You are more precious than you could ever imagine. Your life is no accident. Your gifts and your abilities were given to you for a reason. If you've been seeking purpose and desire to have fulfillment in your life, you've come to the right place. This is the message. Hello everyone, and welcome to the epicenter of Hope Distribution Studios. I'm your host, Bert Starzer, and this is The Message. Thank you very much for tuning in today. If you've been needing some motivation, well, you've come to the right place because I'm offering it for one time only for free. But in the future, I may be charging a chocolate chip cookie per consultation, so all of you bakers out there, be ready. For this episode, I think it would be very helpful for you if you were to get a piece of paper and a pen or pencil to write with. I've often found that writing things out can help solidify ideas and also helps me organize my thoughts and goals. So if you haven't already, just hit pause and get something to write with and to write on. Inspiration and motivation in any creative discipline or occupation can be tricky at times. While I wish I could tell you I have the cure to help you keep those creative juices flowing, I believe that what I'm about to share will help you when you feel your passion fading. The most important thing you can do is to always keep in the front of your mind the answer to the question, why? Why am I doing what I do? Why do I draw? Why do I paint? Why do I teach? Why do I write? Why do I go to school? Or why do I go to work? Now, if you answered money for any of the above, I'm afraid you're going to be very disappointed. I understand we need money to pay bills, and trust me, some days it seems we can't have enough of it. But money alone will never satisfy you, and it will never help you when it comes to motivation or inspiration. So if you would, write at the top of your sheet of paper a column and label that column in capital letters, why. In that column, write down, why do you do what you do? Now, if money happens to be a real reason, go ahead and write it. But take some time to really think about why you're doing what you do. For the next column, write goals. What are your goals? Is it graduation? Is it finding another job? Whatever your goals are, I want you to list them in your goals column. Now, while I can't take the time to pause, and I'd actually like you to pause this broadcast and take the time to write out your goals. They don't have to be life goals, just intermediate goals, short-term goals, some things you'd like to accomplish in the next year or two. So go ahead and write those down. If in your third column, I'd like for you to label it valuables or treasures. In this column, I'd like for you to write the names of the people most influential in your life. Write the names of your significant others, boyfriends, girlfriends, heroes, or those you truly look up to in your life. They could be teachers, actors, musicians, anyone who inspires you. And under each name, write one quality about that person that captures you. Their one it factor. Now, if some of them have more than one, write those as well. But place the it factor directly under the name. Highlight it or underline it as well. So by now, you have 3 columns across your sheet of paper. One titled Why, one titled Goals, and one titled Valuables or Treasures. The reason I had you label that last column Valuables or Treasures is because usually the people we look up to have the greatest influence and value in our lives. Quite often, the answer to the question why can actually be found under treasures. We often do our crafts to support or aid those who are most valuable in our lives, or we want to imitate those who we aspire to be like. In your why column, I'd like for you to write something for me. I want you to write love in all capital letters. Love. The reason I like for you to write this is because if love is not a motivating factor in what you do, your inspiration and motivation will be limited. You may find success, but you will not find satisfaction or fulfillment. You must love what you do. Fame and money all ring hollow after a while. Now, I kind of wish I could talk from experience on that, but unfortunately I can't. But I speak from observation. There are plenty of gifted artists and actors, writers and business people who find success, fame, and money, yet they lack fulfillment. Always love what you do. In your goals column, I like for you to write the word serve in capital letters. Serve. Regardless of your discipline or job title, if you want to find fulfillment in what you do, you must be willing to help others or serve them. When we use our gifts or our talents to help and aid others, we find the greatest fulfillment. Our jobs stop being jobs and begin taking on a life of their own. Having a heart of servitude is hard. Trust me, there's days it's so hard to feel like helping someone because we can barely help ourselves or get out of our own way. But when we choose to help others, the weight or lack of motivation we've been fulfilling is going to be lifted. Also, when we begin helping others, we find motivation. We find inspiration. The greatest motivation, the greatest inspiration is always going to be found in our treasures. The qualities we see in the lives of those who are closest to us and their personal qualities that touch our hearts are more often than anything the greatest inspiration and motivation for us. There are times we hit roadblocks and it's hard to get started. It's during those times if we remember or remind ourselves of the qualities we admire the most and the people we look up to the most and their qualities, we can find that spark that lies within each of us, and when it's ignited, watch out. We're ready to rock and roll, baby. The most important thing to remember in all of this is motivation and inspiration can be seasonal or come in waves. There's going to be times you ride the wave of creativity and it's a maverick and seems like it just goes on for days. But during those times between waves, don't stop and become complacent. During those times, it's always important to remember to paddle. Keep paddling. Look at your list. Take inventory. Get some fresh air or talk to someone and get a fresh perspective. But don't stop moving. Keep paddling. That way, you'll be ready when the next maverick arrives, and who knows where the destination will be. Always persevere. I hope this was helpful to some of you. This is in no way, quote unquote, the answer to getting your mojo and motivation going, but I do believe it will help you and aid you so you can take inventory of certain areas and aspects of yourself and your craft and the reason behind why you're doing what you do. I do believe that as long as you love what you do and you constantly strive to serve others and you remember the qualities that you admire the most in others, you will find fulfillment in whatever you do in life. I want to thank all of you for tuning in today. Honestly, my treasure is you. I'm being serious. My motivation for doing all that I do is all of you. My only desire for each of you is to find fulfillment and success in all that you do in life. So thank you very much for tuning in. This is going to be the last broadcast for a bit, as I'm going to take a vacation. Yay! I'm not quite sure when I will be returning with the next episode. I'm hoping in June, but at this point I'm just not sure. However, it has been a blast connecting with all of you. If you missed anything, I'm actually going to post a transcript of this broadcast for you to read at your leisure, and so you can make sure you don't miss anything. So till next time, this is The Message, broadcasting from the epicenter of hope, Hope Distribution Studios. I'm Bert Starzer reminding you, hope and perseverance are the keys to making your dreams come true, and love is the foundation of everything. Till next time, everyone, take care, be very well, and God bless.